in a humble community where patients have to wait for nurses and counselors in a worn-out building. At least 2% of the number of children born each day are born with a defect that may or may not be noticed by their caretakers until symptoms worsen. Frank Sebofu, a resident of Busundo village in Mityana district, was born completely normal and healthy like any other child, but later got weak to the extent that he could not sit upright. His father abandoned him and his mother left him in the hands of his aging grandmother. The poor lady says Sebofu has received quite a number of medications, but his conditions worsen by day. The poor boy who got paralyzed at 6 months is now 13 years old, and still there's no clear hope of him getting any better. His mother, who has to wake up each day to work on a tomato stall and raise her other 2 children that were abandoned by their fathers too, says the situation is becoming worse by day. I got help from True Impact Ministries to take Frank to the hospital, but I would prefer if they could help the boy with food at home. The food he's supposed to eat is very expensive and I cannot afford it. If only they could help with that and I perform the exercises administered to him in the hospital. Sometimes I have to care for my other 2 children and yet they need me in the hospital to take care of Sebofu for a month. The situation seems to be coming for a still young boy, Hannington Bukenya, in Nama village, Mityana district, who at 6 months has not started sitting and his neck is still fragile. His grandmother, in whose care he is, says doctors say Bukenya might have an abnormal amount of fluid in his spinal cord area, stopping him from progressing normally.